Just got my lake permit for the boat, for my launch permit. This is my list for the hardware store today. And this is my list I've had for quite a long time now. To-dos, needs, I got want section. You can tell I've used different pens. It's been a while. But I'm knocking it down. It's almost all crossed out. Well, we are on our way back from the hardware store, from Ace Hardware Store, and get some stainless steel screws and bolts, some silicone. Let me tell you, stainless steel screws and bolts isn't cheap these days. Like 40 cents a piece. Wow, you know, but they're not going to turn rusty. I'll be able to take them out and reuse them or whatever I need to do. They're not going to be an eyesore. Buy once, cry once. We're going to have to, thought I'd give you a little update on we're making a lot of progress on the boat. Had a lot of rainy days this spring. Seems like they always come on the weekends too, but we're dodging the rain. We've got the floor in. I'll show you some pictures. Man, we've got all the wiring pretty much done. Getting ready, we ordered a mount for the fish finder. But I'm going to go ahead and mount the transducer in the back and run the wiring for that, run the power wires. Just gotta wait on the mount to come in tomorrow. And now that I have the stainless steel screws for accent lights around the front dash, we'll both start on that. So, and I get that up and going, we'll tag that right in this video. So, let me get to the house, let me get some of this stuff going, and we'll get back to you. Alright, here's the accent wiring that we're going to put into the boat. We're going to put it here right around the nose, right up to the edge of the platform here, just to give us some light stepping down onto the boat when it's pitch dark out there and you're stepping off the the boat dock. So we'll see that, and we'll have a little bit of light shining over top of this first step here, so it'll look pretty good, and we'll be able to take this out and Luke will be able to do a disco dance up here. So, and Dad built this nice little box because I was concerned about this not being waterproof, and not be able to stand up to the rain. So Dad fed this wiring, or these accent strips that you buy on Amazon or whatever, fed it through a plastic clear tubing, like for liquid or whatever you might use it for. So that's waterproof, and sealed up the ends. We kind of split it in half, or he split it in half. And so we'll put the split half right up against the boat, and that'll make it water resistant for sure. And then the box, put all the sensor lights in the module, made this nifty little box. I requested a little power switch so I can just return the dash and turn it off and on. The sensor light hanging around at the bottom there, so it's got a remote control. We'll be able to mount that up under the dash. So this thing's about as waterproof as it can get, and I believe it'll probably last quite a long time. So we've also got something cool up here. Let me show you. I got them right here. These finally came in. We got this little standard navigation light that just kind of hangs off the edge here. Now, Dad did round this off for me. I'm glad he did, but I found a set of lights that would actually work and that weren't stick-on like all the rest. They just stuck on, and then actually had some decent reviews on it. So, and they were not very expensive. Trust me, like probably less than $10. So we'll see. I'm not, I'll keep this around. And if these fell, I'll stick this trusty bad boy right back on. But LED, they got screw holes in the end, so I don't have to two-side tape them. They will go right on the end of the boat here. Of course, the red one will be on that side. Got a red and green one. So we'll be able to get this knee knocker off and get these nice and streamlined right on the front of the boat here. And they're gonna look cool. cool for sure. Here's some before and after shots of the floor. We do have a 45 horse Mariner on the back of here. I'm not sure exactly what year it is. It's probably late 80s, early 90s. I haven't even looked it up, man. It runs good. It's got some good electronics on it, and that's all that matters. And these older ones are two-stroke ran better than the newer ones anyway half the time. We got News Bells pumps down in here. This is one actually you don't need. This will pump the water into our live well. You really don't need that. You can let the water level do its own thing, but these are really nice, and they'll be able to pump it out too. So I also got a Bells over here, automatic. We're going to stick a backup one in here with it, partly because I know there is still some debris, some little bit of styrofoam still left in here that's going to make its way down here, and it's eventually going to cause some problems with that Bells. So we're going to stick a backup in here for that reason, and we'll go from there. Of course, we just put in our anchor light. That's up and going. We got our fire extinguisher in here. The wiring is all done, except we're just waiting on, we're getting a battery at the last minute so that we can start the warranty when we're actually going to start using the daggone thing. Dad did make a tilt and trim box for the tilt and trim on the motor here to keep that waterproof. It's just really like an L box for any kind of electrical. I got to put some silicone in the top here. I just got that silicone to keep that all waterproof. So that's going to work out great. Got the panel in here, pretty much all wired up, ready to go. The ignition switch did break in half. We kind of figured it would. It was sketchy. When I went to use it, it snapped. We got a brand new one that came in a couple of days ago. I'm going to put that in probably later on today. The wiring's pretty much done. We're going to redo the ground bus bar. Just wrap up, tidy it up under there, and we got a cell phone charger over on this side over here. You can't see it, but there's just a little 3-port cell phone charger. Just some little odds and ends here on this. We got the fish finder that's still got to go on here. I've got the mount on order. It'll be here tomorrow. Pretty nice all aluminum mount. We got a nice fish finder. We're gonna put the transducer on, run the wiring for that. That's no big deal. That's our next project, along with the lights. And those are our two main things that we're gonna work on today: the lights, the wiring, and the ignition switch. But we're right on track. The lights are really high right now. Monroe Reservoir is 10 feet and probably still rising right now. So we got a little time, no big deal. So there's the update. As you can see, these clouds are just ominous everywhere. It's going to cut loose on me. So we're going to dodge the rain, try to get what work on this thing we can do, and maybe even think about going out into the woods a little bit today, possibly. If we get rained out of this a little bit, maybe go in the woods. We'll see. So I'm not sitting idle by. Our channel is going. It's just going behind the scenes. I don't have a lot in the woods and adventures right now, but that's because we're investing some time and some great adventures to really take it to the next level. And to do that, it's going to take some time and investment to take that next level with you guys. So we're going to have some fun. Just stick with me, and it's all going to be worth it in the end. We'll see you on the next one.